Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. So, let me tell you about one of, if not the most bizarre experience I've ever had on YouTube. Keep in mind, I've been making videos on this platform for over a decade. So, when I tell you that this whole situation had me unnerved and disturbed, even, I'm not messing around, I'm not joking. So, on October 13th of this year, I uploaded the video, I just have a couple questions for Aztecross Gaming and Zavalr. The video got the usual traction and reception as I expected from most of my videos. Got 1,000 views after a day or two, lukewarm reception, some folks agreeing with me, some disagreeing, the usual. So with that video posted and out of the way, I got back to working on other videos I had in the production pipeline, nothing out of the ordinary. But then, 1 week later, something strange happened. As I was browsing through YouTube doing research for an upcoming video, my notifications started to blow up. When I eventually checked them, I was just flashbanged with some of the most out-of-pocket, vile, heinous, bizarre comments I've ever seen. Keep in mind, I've gotten into spats and back and forths with literal Nazis on this platform. The Nazis were far more restrained than the individuals leaving these comments. And when I saw that these comments were originating from my Destiny 2 video from a week ago, yeah, I was pretty confused. Because that video, it's like, I don't say anything really controversial or incendiary. Nothing that warranted this reaction. So I go to check my analytics and I see that the video is starting to blow up in views and in dislikes. They're just increasing at a rapid, unnatural pace. Now, I've seen when my videos get picked up by the YouTube algorithm and they begin to grow naturally. These numbers? This was not natural growth. And the sudden slew of these outrageous comments filled with personal attacks and really weird insinuations, along with this constant, repeated sentiment from different commenters that I had an anime villain voice? 2 comments saying something similar is a coincidence. A dozen saying the same thing, well, okay then, something's going on here. I started to worry, am I being botted? I've never had anything like this ever happen before, so weirded out by this whole situation, I decided to make the video private and see what would happen. And lo and behold, even more weird shit happened. Despite me making the video private, the video was still somehow getting views? On top of that, as soon as I made the video private, I got a comment on my original YouTube community post that announced the video that read this. So yeah, I was lost. I was deeply confused about what was going on here. The sudden instant spike in views and dislikes, these weird comments. I needed to get to the bottom of this, so I decided to make a new YouTube community post just asking all of you guys, hey, do you know what's going on? Turns out, you guys didn't know what was going on. Apparently, a Destiny 2 content creator by the name of Lucky10p made a response video to mine. Let me just tell you, that was a huge weight off my shoulders, oh my god, finally an explanation for what the fuck is going on here. So this guy didn't like my video, probably hates my guts, and that's why people are being so unhinged about this. Okay, so I decide, let's watch the video, see what he says. He must obviously be very creative with his insults. It would explain the out-of-pocket shit that was being sent my way. So I watched the video, and I end up just being even more deeply confused. Because Lucky and his video response to me were entirely chill, civil, and constructive. He had some genuinely good talking points that I agreed with. And I just can't stress this enough. Lucky was chill. The whole tone of his video was very chill. There was nothing incendiary about it. But then I go to check the comment section of his video. To call it a night and day difference would be an understatement. Some of the most malicious, vile, hate-filled, irrational comments I've ever seen in a comment section. These people were acting like I murdered someone, like I was the devil incarnate. So then I thought, okay, is Lucky just playing a character in this video? Is he actually a really hostile, aggressive dude? So I decide to check out some of his other videos, check out his livestream VODs, and no, he's just a chill guy. He's just a normal guy. So I'm just baffled. Why is there a complete disconnect between the creator's behavior and the community's behavior? This is not fucking normal. However, despite all this, Lucky made a good, genuine response video to mine. I was eager to speak to him, to clear the air, come to an understanding, maybe even collaborate. A show of good faith to both him and his audience that I'm not a terrible, unreasonable person, and that maybe we could turn down the vitriol by a few thousand notches. So I reached out to him in Twitter DMs, and he's not interested in speaking and he's very busy, so I ended up talking to one of his moderators. They were very professional and courteous and ended up removing a majority of the most heinous comments in his comment section, which I do appreciate. That wasn't exactly my goal. That wasn't really what I was looking for when I reached out to them, but the fact they did that anyways of their own volition, I am grateful for that. They also left a pinned comment in the comment section telling people to be respectful. Again, really appreciate it. Lucky, if you see this video, my door is always open. I'd still love to speak to you about Destiny, about gaming, about perspectives. I think we could have a really constructive and fun conversation. So, while the mod team did their thing and curbing the vitriol, that still leaves me with the unanswered question. Why was this the reaction to Lucky's response video to mine? He never hurled personal insults at me. He never made any baseless accusations. I know I'm a broken record saying this, but I can't emphasize this enough. Lucky is a chill dude. His response video was chill. So why were the comments all fire, brimstone, and scorched earth? Now, Lucky's mods did a great job cleaning up the comment section, but there's a few stragglers I'd like to showcase. For example, this weirdo by the name of Anonyorb. He writes, makes up a script how those two are trying to force people to play a game and watch them so they get Bungie's teat money. I never said, implied, or implicated anything of the sort. What the fuck are you talking about? I never said Zav or Cross were trying to force people to play a game and watch them. Anyone can watch the video and see that I never said this. There's no timestamp for this. This never happened. You're just making shit up. He continues, and then calls himself the hero. What the fuck are you talking about, you freak? I never said anything of the sort. Where in the video did I call myself the hero? What the fuck are you on about? You're either intentionally lying or you're fucking delusional. I never said this. I never said anything of the sort. I never called myself the hero in my video. What the fuck? And then you have the audacity to claim that I'm doing mental gymnastics? Dude, you're sick in the head. Then we have DevilTube, who writes, this dude is the embodiment of just consume product and then get excited for next product. Again, what the fuck are you talking about? I never say anything of the sort. I never imply anything of the sort. Hell, I've made multiple videos criticizing that very mindset to not just mindlessly consume. That's my number one criticism of the Call of Duty community. So yeah, you're just making shit up. I have absolutely no idea how you came to this conclusion, how you have this perspective on me. It makes no sense given the information presented in the video. Oh boy, this next comment's a piece of work. Iris Games right. Sorry that your mom died, but she was just a person, and people die. At least you still have your siblings. That's the important thing. Bro, I've seen some false equivalencies in my time, but this one might take the cake. Are you seriously comparing a video game, Destiny 2 in this case, to someone's parent dying? Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me I don't need to explain why this comment is so absurd, and why what I said in my video is not comparable to this in any way. Bro, a video game dying is not comparable to a person dying. Miss me with this shit. Illuminated 1999 writes, this guy's video was pointless and chose to completely ridicule two content creators for their takes on the state of the game. What are you talking about? I never ridiculed Zav or Cross. I'm subscribed to both of them. I like both of them. Did you even watch Lucky's video? I never ridiculed them ever, at all. Not once. It did not happen. How the hell do you have this interpretation and perspective? What is it even based off of? Oh, good lord. And then we have the comment from Ministry of Wrongthink, who writes, If you're upset something you've spent 10 years covering is falling apart, you're a grifter. Bro literally picked two of the most committed D2 streamers ever and called them grifters. Oh, so you're just insane. You're just a crazy person. Never once in the video did I call Cross or Zav grifters. It did not happen. The only time I mentioned grifters in the video was in reference to anti-woke grifters. Here's the clip. You see this with almost every brand new AAA video game release. You see this especially with whatever anti-woke grifters have decided their target of the week will be. Merits be damned. Personal experiences and perspectives be damned. That was the only point in the video where grifters were brought up. I never called Cross a grifter, never called Zav a grifter, never called anyone who invests years into covering something a grifter. You're either lying or you're delusional. Finally, we have the piece de resistance. Brian, this absolute two-faced snake. Get a load of this. So, Brian leaves a comment on my YouTube community post where I'm asking everybody, hey, do you know what's going on here? Now, his comment is perfectly fine, respectful, reasonable, a relatively normal-ass comment. Thought nothing of it. Now, I was in a Discord call with a friend going over all this crazy shit that was going down with Lucky's video response and the absolutely unhinged reactions going on in the comments, and my friend pointed out this comment to me. Lost respect for the guy when he privated the video and cried about people being mean. I never cried about people being mean. What the fuck is he talking about? This literally never happened. Wait a minute. Brian Cho? This guy left a comment on my community post, and he was singing a very different tune over there. So I confront the weasel about being two-faced, and he writes this. Just completely ignores my question as to why he's lying, while going on and on about advice. So as I waited for Brian's reply to my reply, my friend found another comment from the motherfucker. Guy roached out the moment hate started rolling in. Imagine making fun of people for being affected by random people on the internet and then bitch about it himself a few days later. This entire comment and everything written in it is again just more lies, just blatant lies. I didn't roach out over hate. I privated the video because the sudden spike in numbers weirded me out. I never made fun of anyone. I never made fun of Cross or Zav. It never happened. And I never bitched about people making fun of people a few days later. What the fuck are you talking about? This never happened. I did not do any of the things you say I did. You are just making shit up. After learning about this additional comment from Brian, I just said fuck it and blocked the guy. There's no point in engaging with someone who's going to address you with this level of bad faith. Here's the thing though. Despite all these ludicrous comments we just went over, these were not the worst. The comments on my video from the day of Lucky's response, and the comments that his mods ended up removing underneath his response video, holy shit. 100 times worse than anything we just went over. Like, we're talking some truly diabolical shit. I've been doing YouTube for over a decade, and I thought I'd seen it all. I've gotten death threats and various bigotries thrown my way, but none of that freaked me out as much as the comments I got as a result of Lucky's response video. Please understand, I have absolutely no ill will towards Lucky. He has every right to disagree with my video and make a response to it. The whole reason I'm making this video right here, right now, is the same reason I made this community post. I'm just confused and still want to understand what's going on because I still don't understand why my Destiny 2 video got the reaction it did. Nothing I said in that video was controversial or incendiary. I never threw personal attacks at anyone. And yet hundreds of people thought the appropriate reaction to what I said in my video was to say some of the most fucking vile, heinous shit a person can say to another person. If any of y'all have an explanation, an opinion on this, I'd love to hear it. This is all just such a shame, because Lucky made a good response video. It was constructive criticism, and instead of it leading to productive, interesting conversations, it led to whatever the hell this was. Note to self, don't at Destiny content creators ever again. Holy shit. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all later.